Yeah.
Now you guys learned something today.
Yeah.
Philosophy.
Yeah.
You teach
What
a
are you going to
class.
say? Something about film?
After watching film from Oregon.
Did I throw up? No, I didn't throw up. Oh, that wasn't your question?
It was kind of close, but what you see, what you learned, didn't like?
I've learned that we have a good team. We're playing the number 11 ranked team in the nation, packed house, on the road. We're up 22-14. And then you look at the next 5 possessions. We missed a layup. They came down, Pritchard scored on a blow-by, which shouldn't happen. 22-16. We're going to miss a layup. Should be 24-16. They come down. Good defense. One of their wings hit a tough shot over an outstretched hand. I'm glad he didn't foul him. That was a hard shot. But we've got this team is different. It's a new team. They have to figure out how they're going to win the game. You know, how do we, you know, when the building gets loud, everything's going crazy. 22-14, now all of a sudden it's 22-20, I call timeout. You know, when you're up 22-14, it's not going to go to 30-14. You know that. You know, it's going to be a close game. But we're just making too many mistakes. That's the easy answer.
The shooting part of it in terms of the 3-point. I mean, you talked about what that was going to be like.
So make or miss game. You know, we chart how many passes we make in a game. Our ball movement was great, which is why we got so many open looks. I don't know if you guys saw it on TV, but you know, we had some great looks. It didn't go down. They had some of their looks were a little bit tougher, but they got great shooters. Mathis is elite. He's Armani. Pritchard is Corey. They got a bunch of really, really good shooters. But you know, that lead went, you know, it's 47-43, I think, in the second half. Still right there, you know. And then we had a couple of mind-numbing turnovers that they turn into threes. Call another timeout, and they think, you know, they start stretching it out. And then, you know, still in it, you know, we'll come back. You know, we fought. You know, their threes kept us at bay, and then you lose by 12. But again, we've got to figure out how we're going to win the game, especially against a really good opponent.
You mentioned earlier that Dejan is still learning how to play point guard. Of course, Marcus as a freshman. What do you see from them two, just from a point guard perspective? It's in the progression through the first.
Yeah. You know, Dejan's he's just so out of rhythm. And we've got to get his confidence back. You know, they zoned us, but their zone is a little bit like matchup zones you've seen before. Well, they played the same defense last year. It's no different. But it's a matchup, you know, and they were leaving Dejan wide open, you know, and right now he couldn't hit water if he fell out of the boat. You know, that's the biggest problem. Guys need to see success. You know, they need to see the ball go in. You know, it's almost, just say he's wide open. Well, you guys saw the shots he had against BYU. I mean, they're shots you take before the game. You know, just wide open threes. You know, I think he's 1 for 8 for the season. And every one of them, Dejan's probably a 34% shooter. He's not 40, not 38, not 36. Those are intervals that separate average shooters from good shooters. He's an average shooter. He's not bad. You know, I wouldn't let a bad shooter shoot, but he's average. But had he not been out for 5 weeks, I think he would be making those shots. So the answer is not to tell him to stop shooting them. Keep shooting them. But let's keep working in practice. You know, they'll go. But he's so far behind our team. And, you know, we're just not moving forward when he's on the floor. We're not playing very good when he's on the floor right now.
As a coach, You told everybody because of the team's inexperience right now, you're going to take some hits. Talk some of the fans off the ledge. The season's not over. It's not a disaster.
I have no interest in doing that.
So,
That's their choice.
what about HBU Tuesday?
Well, I have a lot of respect for Coach Cottrell. Been knowing it for a long time. They've got really good individual offensive players. This will be a good challenge for us because we struggled with individual matchups. Like Pritchard, Pritchard was a non-factor last year, but that's because of Galen. He's got, and you could tell that kid had something to prove, and he picked on our freshmen. And that wasn't probably a fair fight for Marcus. Marcus, I thought, did the best he could. He's just not tough enough right now to go at a kid like him. But Marcus will get better as he goes along. And every game he plays, it's a chance for him to experience something new. But he needs to get more experiences going. Our problem is not our offense. Our problem the other night is not making shots. I was looking at, I think Virginia's shooting 20-some% from the three-point line right now. But they're only averaging 50-some points. Our problem's our defense right now. And that's what takes the longest. I think you have to have more chemistry on defense than you do offense. I thought our offense was great the other night against Oregon. Our ball movement created open shots all night. When we went 22-14, because we were getting great shots and knocking them down. We got those shots all night. We just stopped making them. But we've done that a lot in the past. Teams, if you shoot 44, 45% from the field for the year, you're probably a good offensive team. Where we got to get a lot better right now is eliminating the mistakes we're making on defense. Just little things, just things that make you pull your hair out. But you just keep hitting the rock. We're kind of in a when you're a coach and players, you're kind of in a cocoon. Like that statement you made a while ago, I had no idea what you were talking about.
Have you been happy with the communication early on through the first handful of games, and how would you go about continuing to improve?
Well, there's always a tendency to compare your teams. Defensively, last year I thought starting off we were probably a C, and then we moved up to a B, and then we moved up to an A. Some nights we're A+. I'd say right now we're still at a C. But we're going to improve. We're going to improve. Since you pay attention to all that stuff and you monitor it, tell them we're going to lose some more games probably. So if they want to go ahead and jump, now's the time.
Not as high up.
Yeah.
The longer the season goes, the higher.
I mean, that's not the kind of question you ask me. I could care less.
You talked before the season about not really having that sniper this year. Would you say, or do you think that Marcus Sasser could grow into that role as things move forward? Is that the way you envision?
Well, Marcus is a good shooter.
Yeah.
But he's a point guard.
Right.
So he's going to be passive more than he's going to be shooting. So, but we had a sniper. Until May 29th, we had one. May 30th, we started to try to find another one.
What have you seen from Fabian's play so far through the first couple of games?
Not very good defensively. Got to get better there.
How do you think Caleb did against Oregon?
Not very good defensively, but he does what he does. He can really score. He doesn't. But you can tell those freshmen. I can't tell you how bad Galen was as a freshman on defense. I said, son, you got a better chance of guarding him in a phone booth. I'm not sure you could guard the guys in a phone booth. It's kind of like eating French onion soup with a fork. That's what he was like. That's what Caleb's like right now. So I'm not in the business of worrying about what. I'm in the business of making these guys better. I love doing it. I can't wait to go to practice today. Make them better, man. It's a process, you know, especially when you lose 4 starters. That's why at media day, when I saw they picked us first, I mean, we lost 4 starters, you know. And we got a lot of teams in our league really playing good right now. SMU's good. Connecticut's really good. Memphis, Penny's done a great job there, handling that situation and continuing to win. So we've got a lot of work to do.
Thank you, sir.